So you want to make money online today. By the end of this video, you will know everything you need to literally start making your first dollar online today. If you want me to personally mentor you, you want me to show you step by step how I've made upwards of $2,600 per day in profit selling digital products. As soon as you're done watching this video, click the link in the description below and apply for a free one-to-one consultation call with me. If we're a good fit, you'll get the chance to join my premium mentorship program. Now look, hundreds of people have come to me because they want to make money online, so you're not different. And that's actually good news, because if you're not different, it means you can follow a proven step-by-step process and get the results that you want. But I'll be honest with you, I've literally heard and seen everything. And myself, I've tried plenty of online business models, all of them pretty much. Like I've tried selling ebooks on Instagram, shoutouts, I've tried doing dropshipping, affiliate marketing, even investing in like the stock market, that kind of stuff. And what I notice is most people go about making money online the stupid way. And unfortunately, that's what 90% of people do. If you're wondering what this is, it's that people just consume like videos just like this one, for example, and they stay in research mode, in thinking mode, but they never actually take any action. So that's 90% of people. Maybe you're part of them, I hope you're not. But most people, including the people watching this right now, will be in that 90%. Watching, reading so many goddamn books on money, but never actually taking action. And surprisingly enough, most people will stay in that category. Even people who buy courses, you'd be shocked to see how little of them actually follow through. It always makes me laugh. When people buy a program or a book or whatever, they don't even fucking open it, and then they say, oh, it's a scam, or oh, it doesn't work. Like, bro, it's like you get a gym membership, you never walk in the gym, and then you say, oh, that gym sucks, it didn't make me muscular. Like, how much of a fucking useless pussy victim mindset do you have if you think like that? Genuinely, I cannot stand people like that. They expect everything to be handed to them on a fucking silver platter. At some point, I had somebody who reached out to me, and they said, how much money do you promise to make me? I gave that guy such a hard reality check. I mean, I hope it changed his life. But bro is essentially expecting that it's all my responsibility to make more money for him, somehow. No one can promise you anything unless you're a fucking idiot and you want to just believe liars. Your success or lack thereof is your responsibility and your responsibility only. So while 90% of people aren't even going to take action, another 5% of people will actually start taking action. But let's be honest, these people, they can't even stick to anything for longer than 2 to 3 weeks. And even while they're quote-unquote working, they're not doing real work. They're spending most of the time watching YouTube videos and browsing the internet, but they're not really actually working on the business as they should if they want results. These people typically suffer from what's known as shiny object syndrome. It means they can't focus on one thing. One day they see somebody talking about affiliate marketing, they think, oh yes, it's the perfect business model. So they try to start it. Maybe they start creating a website. But then, they just get distracted, or maybe they haven't made money yet, so they get like disappointed, and then they go back on YouTube, and they see somebody speaking about a brand new dropshipping winning product, and they think, oh, I need to sell that before it's too late. And then they give up on the affiliate marketing, it's been 1 week, and then they try the dropshipping business. And then they realize, oh shit, I built the dropshipping store, but I only have $50 for ads. And then, oh, I need to pay an influencer $200 to promote my product. I can't do that. And so now they go back on YouTube and they see, oh, you should invest in the stock market or have a fucking 401k. And they think, okay, I'm gonna do that. These people, they just can't stick to anything. Now that makes 95% of people. What about the 5% that remains? There's 4% of people who will actually pick one business model and stick to it for months, even for years. These people will work hard on it. Some of them will even invest thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars in that business model. But then they still don't get results. Like, what's happening? They work hard, they stick to one thing, like they're working on it. How come they're not successful? Well, that's because they're working on the wrong opportunity. Warren Buffett is literally one of the richest people to have ever walked on the planet. He's the one who said, it doesn't matter how hard you row, it matters what boat you're in. And with that, I absolutely agree. It doesn't matter how hard you're working if you're just making fries at McDonald's. You're never going to make $1 million a year in profit while only working 5 to 15 hours a week by being a regular McDonald's employee. And I know when I give you a silly example, it seems very obvious. However, most people who try to start a business, even an online business, they don't realize that what they're doing is being like the McDonald's employee. You're working extremely hard, putting in long hours, investing your time and your money in the wrong business opportunities. And that's why you don't see results. Look, I know how frustrating it is. I've been there too. I've done the dropshipping, I've done the affiliate marketing, I've put my soul into it. And I didn't make anything. I lost my money and my time. Because I was focusing on the wrong business opportunities. The best way I can explain it for you is with the Ferrari metaphor. Let's say you are a brand new Ferrari straight out of the factory. It's the best Ferrari that's ever been made. You're put on this road, but there's so many fucking obstacles on the road. It's not even funny. There's rocks, there's like trees all over it, there's walls, etc. There's like pits, and then there's the big goal at the end of the road. The Ferrari, it's you. The big goal at the end of the road, it's making $1 million per year in profit or $10,000 per month, whatever your goal is. It doesn't matter if you've got the most powerful engine in the world. If the road ahead is filled with garbage, even if you press as hard as you can on the gas pedal, you won't move an inch. You'll just wreck the car. You'll make more damage. That's what most people try to do. They're like a Ferrari. They're smart, hardworking, talented. They're ambitious. But because they choose the wrong business opportunities, they just break the car. And the way that this materializes in your reality is you're still broke. And you invested like thousands of dollars and years of your time and you're still fucking broke. And then there's the 1% of people who actually succeed. And do you know what all these people have in common? It's not because they're a special age, a special gender, or they come from a special country, or they speak a certain language. It's none of these things. And it's not because they got lucky. Like you can't just see somebody who's successful and say, oh, they got lucky. Like, bro, maybe they did get lucky at some point after they literally worked for months and years. And now, okay, they make a fuck ton of money, but they made their own luck. Very few people actually just get rich overnight for no fucking reason, they just got lucky. So don't use luck and circumstances as an excuse, because if you do, you're literally just telling yourself, oh, it's okay that I stay broke. Because people who get rich, they just get lucky and I don't get lucky, so I'll never be making more money. That's a fucking victim mentality. And do you know what happens to victims in life? They get fucking murdered by ambitious people who actually have the balls to go after what they want. So you can choose which role you want to play, it's really up to you. People who succeed, who literally make millions of dollars per year online, while traveling the world, providing for their family, living an incredibly luxurious lifestyle, only working 5 to 15 hours a week, what they do is they follow the right vehicle, they work hard, and they also let time do its thing. I'm not like those guys who are going to tell you you're going to go from $0 to $100,000 per month in 3 months, starting from scratch with no skills, no experience. Obviously not, you won't. However, in 6 months, if you start right now, you could be at least replacing how much you make with your job. And then, in the next 6 months after that, you could be at 10K per month. The people who try to make money so fast all the time, they end up never making any money because they don't have what it takes to succeed in business. They have shiny object syndrome. They want it now. And so they end up falling for all these different bullshit opportunities. They lose thousands of dollars into crypto bullshit opportunities. And then they try dropshipping. And then the next week they try affiliate marketing. And these people never make progress in years of trying so hard because they can't stick to anything. And because they want it so fast and so bad, they just end up never achieving it. Rather than if they just focused on making social media content, selling online courses on a topic they're passionate about, over the course of a couple years, they would be richer than their wildest dreams, doing something they love, only working 5 to 15 hours a week. If you want me to show you how you can do that step by step, because that's exactly what I've been able to do, click the link in the description below. Apply to book a free consultation call with me, and if we're a good fit, you'll get the chance to join my premium mentorship program. What you really need to understand is that in life, there's 2 currencies you can use, time and the other is money. It's always better to pay with money as it is to pay with time. The reason for that is you only have a very limited amount of time in your life. Once you lose a minute of your life, an hour of your life, a year of your life, you will never get it back. It's lost forever. But money, it's not even real. It's literally just digits on a screen. Ever since the US gold is not pegged to gold anymore, money is fucking worthless. It only holds value because collectively we all say, yeah, it holds value. That's it. But it has no actual value. I mean, the dollar bills you've got, at best it's toilet paper. It's not like gold. Gold is a real chemical element that's used in many different fields. For example, in the medical field, to make instruments, etc. So it actually holds value, even if people said, oh no, it doesn't. It still actually holds value. But money itself, digits on a fucking screen, it has no value. It's fucking numbers on a screen. Yet it rules the world. And the higher that number in your bank account, the more awesome your life is going to be, the more freedom you're going to have, the more opportunities you're going to have. The lower that number, the less freedom you will have, the more you will be a slave. So people who say, oh, money doesn't make happiness, they're always fucking broke. They're either rich people trying to mislead you, so you don't compete with them, or broke people who just cope because they don't have any money. And they don't have the balls to do what it takes to make more money. But people who actually make more money and are honest with you, they'll tell you making money is fucking awesome. I would never want to go back to where I was a couple years ago, only having a couple $100 in my bank, hating my fucking life. I was so fucking miserable, never traveling, never doing anything fun. Money changes everything. And so many people don't even have the balls to admit that to themselves. Now, the real question is, how do I gain the skills and the knowledge to actually build a 10K per month online business? Or a business that's going to make me $1 million per year in profit? It's simple. You can try to figure everything yourself, but it's going to take you years of trial and error, of testing things. You'll most likely give up, like 99.9% of people. There's a reason why very few people succeed, especially if you try to do everything alone. And then there's the people who are smart and invest in themselves. All the successful people I've ever spoken with, they all invest in a ton of books, a ton of courses, and a ton of mentorship programs and mastermind events. Why? That's because they're smart enough to realize they don't know everything. If they already knew everything, they'd already be giant billionaires. But they're not for a reason. The reason your parents are broke, the reason you are still broke, is because you don't fucking know how to get rich. You don't fucking know how to do it step by step. If you did, you wouldn't be watching this video right now. And the second step is to invest in yourself. Whether you buy from me or buy books or buy other people's programs doesn't fucking matter, even though my programs are better. Because at least I tell you the truth. Others, they just want to lie to you and make money and they don't give a shit. I tell you the truth and I show you what I do step by step. But regardless of that, regardless of which medium you choose to invest in yourself, fucking do it. You don't know everything. Otherwise, you'd already be rich. You know what's funny? All the people who never invested in themselves, all the people who say, oh, selling online courses is a scam, it's so bad, it's so wrong, they're always fucking broke. They're always the cunts working minimum wage or working a fucking job they hate and never having any freedom. Do you want to take advice from these fucking people? Do you want to be like these fucking people? These people make me fucking laugh. But I don't give a shit. I'll keep making more money. I love my fucking haters. It makes everything fun. Like at some point, if you want to become wealthier, you want to build an online business, you cannot learn from university professors. They're fucking broke. They just recite shit from a textbook. They've never started a business. They've never made any real money. They're not free. They have a fucking 9 to 5, bro. They pay a shit ton of taxes like everyone else. They have a shitty little life like everyone else. And you listen to them. If you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, a surgeon, whatever, fine. Go to university because you have no other choice. You need the fucking degree. But if you don't need a degree and you just care about making money, why are you going to university? Why are you getting hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt to learn bullshit that you're never going to use? Just to make the bank richer because now you take a student loan. Are you being stupid or what? Now the question is, how do we get customers and what do we sell? First, to get customers, you want to build a brand on social media. Stop with all the faceless garbage. Show your face online. And if you're too scared of doing that, have fun staying broke. It's not my problem. Like sure, some faceless accounts, you don't even know who the owner is and they make a ton of money. But the competition for that is much harder. If you're willing to show your face and share your story, you can get so rich doing what you love, working only a few hours a week. I know why you're scared of making content. You think your daddy's gonna find out and hate you and laugh at you and tell you it's not a real fucking job? You think that some people are gonna find it in your class, they're gonna show your video to everyone before the class starts? And so what? Let's say some people laugh. Do you think they're gonna be laughing when you're making millions of dollars a year? You'll be the one fucking laughing at them. So it's really how bad do you want it? When you build a personal brand, everything you start in the future, every kind of product you release, it sells like hotcakes. People buy just because it's from you. Not because it's a good product even. It's like having the Midas touch. Everything you touch turns into gold. Take Mr. Beast as an example. He was able to build a $100 million fast food brand and chocolate bar brand. Imagine if he tried to do that without his big personal brand. Imagine he was just this Jimmy Donald's son, nobody, no followers, no nothing, and he tried to build a $100 million chocolate brand and a fast food. How do you think he would have succeeded? He wouldn't. That's the truth. Because there's already McDonald's, there's already Wendy's, Five Guys, whatever. He wouldn't have gotten a chance in hell. It's only been possible because he's got a massive brand. So if you're still too afraid of building a brand, you still want to stay in your little comfort zone, have fun staying broke, bro. Now that you know you've got to build a brand, how do you attract an audience and how do you monetize it? Do you even need to get famous? No, you don't. At the time I'm making this video, I only have like 5,100 subs on YouTube. So it's not much when you look at all the channels you see. Most of the videos you watch, they're probably from big fucking channels, right? That's because only the top 1% of channels get 99% of the views. Only 1% of people have 99% of the wealth. So it's not a, is it wrong, is it right? It just is what it is. You can choose to play the game, get your piece of the pie, or just complain that it's unfair. Life is always gonna be fucking unfair. Get over it. I accepted that ever since I was like 5 years old. Now you want to make content, but not just any type of content. You want to make educational content, meaning you're going to teach what you have an interest in, what you're passionate about, or what you have experience in. Maybe you know how to fix your sleep, because you used to really struggle with insomnia. You make content around it, and then you monetize your channel by selling digital products, online courses, or high-ticket programs. Maybe you used to really struggle with porn, and you overcame your porn addiction. You make content about that. You're not that special, realize that. Plenty of people have the same passions and interests as you do. Plenty of people have struggled with the same thing that you used to struggle with. The other day I saw a guy, he makes videos on how to grow a Fortnite YouTube channel. He's making a couple $1,000s a month doing that. You could do that too. So don't tell me you have no idea, you've got no interests, no passions, no nothing. There is something, I can promise you, if you just took the time to fucking sit by yourself with no noise, no music, no stimulation, just a notebook and a pen, hear the noise of the birds and the wind outside, and think. Write down everything you like, everything you're good at, even if it's cooking. Guess what? Some people make millions of dollars per year with a cooking channel. Why couldn't you do the same? Because it's great to make money. But if I give you two options, you can make $1 million a year either way. Option A, you work a soul-crushing 9-to-5 job. You fucking hate it. You work 80 hours a week. It's horrible. And option B, you spend 5 to 15 hours a week making content on a topic you're passionate about on social media, and you sell digital products automatically. In both scenarios, you make $1 million a year in profit. Which one would you rather be? The guy who works a soulless 9-to-5 job he fucking hates, is depressed, is literally taking medication because of it, he's barely ever present with his family? Or the guy who's literally sharing his passion with the world, and he only works 5 to 15 hours a week? It's pretty obvious. And then the best way to monetize your brand is by selling digital products. I'm not talking about shitty $10 ebooks because you need a ton of sales to make it worth it. I'm talking about monthly memberships, like for example a $50 a month membership for a community, where you're going to teach people your more advanced strategies or mentor them, or online courses or high-ticket programs. If you want me to show you how we can do that step by step, and the process I've used to make $2,600 per day in profit at my best, like selling online courses passively, check out the link in the description below. You can apply to book a free strategy call with me, and if we're a good fit, you'll get the chance to learn from me directly and join my premium paid program. I suggest you go do that right now because we have very limited spots and they fill up fast. I just don't have the time to talk to everyone. With that being said, I'll see you on the other side.